Alright, hello everyone and welcome to today's video, which is going to be a guide. A guide for beginners or maybe even for some advanced players that are just not into the game as much. And the guide will be about relics, overall how relics work, what is the point of them and how you get them. So let's get into it. Simply, you start to get relics when you play through a story and you enter the Great Mine where you meet Natasha and she gives you 2 relics. Since then, in every chest you open, like past that section, past Great Mine and in Great Mine, you get relics. And from the beginning you can get 2 sets. And those 2 sets are, I won't be showing you them here, I'll just show you them in the databank. They are these 2 sets, Musketeer of Wild Wheat, and then, where is it? Thief of Shooting Meteor. These 2 are the first 2 sets that you're going to encounter. They're both really good for the early game, but in the end game, the Thief isn't as useful, but Musketeer still can be used. The next 2 or 3 early sets that you can encounter are Champion of Street Vice Boxing, Knight of Purity Palace, and Passerby of Wandering Cloud. You get Passerby of Wandering Cloud from your I'm not sure how it's called, but this thing right here. You can get it from here, the Operation Briefing. You get it right here in the part 3, or you get them for reaching certain Trailblaze levels. Then the other 2, where is it again? Here. You get Knight of Purity Palace from the, I think, Trailblaze level. It's a bit earlier than the epic version of these. And the Champion of Streetwise Boxing, you get that from the shop, the shield shop in Zero 6. So yeah, those are the early ways how to get relics. When you progress through the game though, you'll unlock more ways how to unlock them. One of them being Simulated Universe. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different worlds where you can go into fights and challenge elite enemies, and if you defeat them, then you can withdraw relics of certain rarity for 40 Trailblaze power. In the highest difficulty, I'm pretty sure it's always you get, for 40 Trailblaze power, you get 2 relics. But here you only can get ornaments. Keep that in mind. These are ornaments, and those before, the Musketeer and things like that, were just relics. The headpiece and stuff like that. Now let's divide those 2. Ornaments can be a 2-piece set, and the other relics can be a 4-piece set. Now, there are quite a lot of relics now in the game. As you can see, these all are 4-piece sets, and all of these are 2-piece sets. Now let's show you where you can get them, and then let's talk about relics on some characters. Alright, so how you can get these relics. So the ornaments, the 2-piece sets only, you get from the Simulated Universe. Each world has 2 different sets, and you just have to get lucky to get them. And I want to quickly say this, that it's called a rope and an orb. The rope can be HP percent, attack percent, defense percent, break effect percent, and energy regeneration rate. And for the sphere, or the orb, call it whatever, you get HP percent, attack percent, defense percent, and then all of the types of damage, like physical, quantum, imaginary, fire, ice, and lightning, damage bonus you can get. So yeah, that's that. So the ornaments, the rope, and the orb you can get from the Simulated Universe, and the 4-piece sets you get from these things called Cavern of Corrosion. there is 9 of them currently. Each of them has 2 sets in them. And they have multiple difficulties. Let me show you. I would just quickly like to add that the head is always flat HP, the gloves are always flat attack, the body piece can be HP percent, attack percent, defense percent, crit rate or crit damage percent, outgoing healing bonus and effect hit rate, and the boots can be HP percent, attack percent, defense percent, and speed. Alright, as you can see, there's difficulties through 1 through 6, and with each difficulty the enemy gets tougher and tougher. I personally would recommend farming relics from difficulty 5 and 6, otherwise I don't think it's that good, honestly. 6 is the best because you don't get any of the blue ones and you get 2 legendary pieces per run. So I would recommend starting then. But you can start earlier if you want to test your luck. So yeah, that's where you get these relics from. Now let's talk how they actually work gameplay wise. Let's start off with my Kafka. Let's say with her. Kafka is a DOT character, and she synergizes with basically every DOT character in the game. So the best option will be the set that somehow works with the DOTs, which is the prisoner in this case. So that's why I'm running that on her. Now with the stats. Every character wants different stats. Let's try to compare my Kafka and my Blade. Let me put those two next to each other. Give me a second. Alright, so now I have these two. Both level 80, that doesn't matter. Let's look at the relics. So Kafka, as you can see, she has the 2-piece that increases attack and the second 2-piece that increases attack. Because if you look at her abilities, she scales with attack. She doesn't scale with anything else. Her shock damage, her ability damage, anything scales with attack. So you want as much attack as possible on Kafka to deal as much damage as possible. And this just lets Kafka ignore defense of the enemies, so it deals even more damage. And here, if you reach the ultimatum that it wants to reach 120 speed, you get extra 12% attack. And if you look, I did that. This is really easily reachable. You just need to get speed boots. They give you 25 speed and most of the characters are around 100 speed. So you just need these to get this bonus effect. But now if you look at my Blade, he's also a damager, but he has HP relics on him. Why? Because Blade scales with HP. If you look, it deals 16% of his attack, but 40% of his max HP. And if I look here, the same thing happens here. It deals 40% of his attack and 100% of his max HP to a single enemy. And then it deals damage to ejected ones. So you need to look at the traces of the character that you want to build and see what they're scaling with. Because if I would give these relics to Kafka, she wouldn't do anything, and if I would give these relics to Blade, he wouldn't do as much as well. And now for his ornaments. It increases his crit rate by 8%, but you need to reach 70% crit rate or higher to activate this, to increase your basic attack damage and skill damage by 20%. If you look at my Blade, it seems that it won't activate, but I have the 4-piece set of the Longevous Disciple, which says it can increase my crit rate by 16%. Now, if you're fast, you know that's still not enough. That's why when I'm playing Blade, most of the time I'm running Fushwan as well. Now, this is just team synergies, but I'll just quickly explain. I'm running her with Blade because one of her traces, I'm pretty sure it's the skill, increases the crit rate. So then I have this bonus activated for Blade, and that's why I'm running this on him. But, so with relics, you basically have like 3 options how to do it. You can have the 4-piece, you can have the 4-piece set, 2-piece set, or the rainbow build. Let me explain. 2-piece set is when you choose 2 different 2-piece sets and you combine them. I think I have that on... Yeah, no. On my doctor ratio. Perfect. On my doctor ratio, I have 2-piece Wasteland of Bender to Desert because every one of his attacks deals imaginary damage bonus. Imaginary damage. So I want to increase the damage by 10%. But Dr. Ratio also has a lot of follow-up attacks. So I am running the 2-piece, the Ash Blazing Grand Duke, to increase that follow-up attack damage. So that's one of the choices that you can go. Like combine 2 sets and just have those smaller buffs. And it's quite common, honestly. If I look somewhere, I have that on my Topaz as well. I'm not sure where else. Let's see. Have that on my links, but she's not properly built. So yeah, on my Fush one as well. So she takes less damage and has more HP. So I feel like that's a very common strategy to use. 2-piece and a 2-piece. Then you can have the 4-piece, as I'm running on most of my characters, honestly. On my Kafka, Blade, Black Swan, Silver Wolf, Bronya, Jing Yuan, Yang Ching, Sila, Lune, Clara, nothings. It's just a lot of characters that I have are running the 4-piece sets. And it can give you a big advantage, but if they're not like insane, let's say I wouldn't be running the 4-piece Edge Blazing set on ratio, because as I explained, he wouldn't use the buff as much because he follow-ups attacks like a lot and it deals only 1 damage. But Jing Yuan on the other side, his Lightning Lore can deal damage up to 10 times, so it will stack to the maximum. So the passive will be properly used. So that's why it's good on him, but not so great, just horrible honestly on Dr. Ratio. So you have the 4-piece, or the 2 pieces, or then you have a rainbow build. Let me explain that. That is when you have like godly artifacts. Let me just select a random character. Let's say my Dunhang. A rainbow build would be something like, let's say I have an insane piece on my watchmakers set, so I'll equip that. But I don't care about the sets. I'll just find another piece that's insane, like from the Thieves set, and like has really good stats. It rolled really well. Then I'll equip that. And it's basically that I am not caring about if I have the correct sets. It's just about that I want most of the stats that I can get from them. So it could even look like this, but let's say this has some just really good rolls and things like that. That's what the rainbow build is. And I feel like I don't feel like it's the best all the time, but it can be really good. If you like have some insane relics, you can easily run a rainbow build and it will just outperform the sets. So if you have some insane pieces, then go for it. You can try to do a rainbow build. So that's that. So that's the rainbow build, 4-piece set or 2-piece sets. And now let's finally talk about how upgrading relics work. So let's take for account these 4 relics. These are all legendary ones, so they'll take a lot of XP to level up. You can get, I'll be only talking about legendary artifacts because those are the most important ones, I would say. You can get 3 to 4 substats on level 0 legendary artifacts. Here I have 4, but sometimes you can get 3, like here. But this one, if I would do enhance it to level 3, let's use some of my materials quickly. If I put it to level 3, then I will gain the 4th substat. But if I'm going for the 4 substat one already, and I enhance it to level 3, let me just quickly, again, then it will increase one of the substats that I already had. The maximum level of the legendary relics are 15, so if you have 4 substats, and you upgrade it to 15 and it increases a subset every 3 levels, you can get up to 5 upgrades. My first upgrade went into crit rate, which is amazing. And now I can give it more dust, and let's see where it goes now. Attack, that's worse. I don't want to get flat attack. Preferably, all of my rolls could go into crit rate and crit damage, and then it would be a really good artifact, but it didn't go that way. So now I have a choice. Either I risk it and keep going, or I don't and just say I don't want this piece. It depends if you're a perfectionist or not. I would honestly go for it, so I'll just do it. I see it upgraded crit damage, so I still have faith in this piece. For now, it has like 22.6 crit value, which is pretty good, I would say. So if I would like to run a rainbow build, this could be a really good piece for that. Let's actually just see. I don't want to press that. Let's see. What will I get on level 12? Crit rate. Now, how I identify the crit value of the artifact is crit rate, you multiply it by 2 and then add the crit damage to it. So 8.7 times 2 is 17.4 plus this, that's 29 crit rate value. This can be 30 and above crit value, which I would be really happy about, so I'm just going to do it now. And let's hope for the best. I don't want to see defense or attack, I want to see one of these. Let's see. I got crit rate, that's insane actually. So this piece has 22.6 plus 11.6, which is 34.2, I'm pretty sure, crit value, which is really good. So I'll be for sure keeping this for a rainbow build. Same goes with the hands. You just have 4 substats. And these always have the flat HP and flat attack. On the body, I said what you can get not that long ago. And most of the time, if you're building a DPS, you're looking for crit rate or crit damage. If you're not building the OT characters, then you're looking for attack, effect hit rate, or things like that. And on your feet, most of the time you want speed, but I have some, exceptions like my Jingyuan or my blade on HP and attack. But I'm pretty sure I'm not running anything else than speed or attack. Or if I am, then I'm just scoping, honestly. But it doesn't matter, you get my point. I'm running HP here, alright. And then, I think that's about it. You get 4 substats and you try to roll them as best as possible. These boots can be actually a big improvement for my blade. Alright, to finish off this video, let's try to see how this roll. Alright, crit damage. Come on, these have to be good. Alright, crit rate, insane. I'm trying to avoid effective rate as much as possible. Alright. This could actually boost my blade a lot, because I feel like I'm a bit over the HP. Let's see. Alright, I'm listening. You have my attention. Let me just pump all of these. I know it's not the best to use all of your materials like this, but I want to do it for the video and for the artifact, so let's see. Jeez. So these boots have 15.4, that's 30, they almost have 40 crit value, if I'm not mistaken. That's like insane, honestly. So if I would go and put them on my blade currently, my blade has like 8k HP and no speed, so yeah, that's why I'm trying to swap them. My boots are already pretty insane, I won't lie. But if you look, I got a roll into attack, and as you can see, I only got 4 upgrades, which means they started as a 3 substat piece. But let's see, if I switch them currently, where are they? Here. Is it a big improvement is my question. I think it is, because now I have some speed on my blade and these both went up. If I would somehow get 0.4 crit rate more, I would get this buff without Fush 1. So yeah, that's an upgrade. But yeah, that's about relics. One last quick thing, you can disenchant your relics, as I have some prepared here. And you can, most of the time you disenchant only the legendary ones, and you can choose to disenchant 10 of them. I'll do it just for the video yet again. Into these relic remains, you salvage them. And then you can use these right here in the synthesizer to craft a relic of your choice. So let's say I'm needing this Pioneer Diver set, and I'm looking for a body piece. I can craft one body piece for 10 relics that I disenchanted. And you have this, if you have this special resin, then you can select what do you want as a main set, but I won't be doing that for now. So I'll just click synthesize, and I get a random body piece with a random main stat, is defense. So it's going back to the trash. So yeah, that's all about relics. And I hope this will somehow help you to understand relics. And I'll be making a video about what characters are good for free-to-play characters and what relics are good on them. So be on a lookout for that. It should be releasing, I cannot say the exact day, but hopefully till the end of the week it will be released. So yeah, thank you for watching everyone, have a great day, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.